Okay, so you guys probably couldn't see this because I had to like change the stream to actually get the coin flip on camera. But this is what was going on. So, like, I don't even care if this spills into the recording. I don't even give a shit. This is worth story time. So, the Radiant team, they're like, yo, can we have US West this time? Because we just played 2 on US East. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's pretty fair. And Star Gaming's like, no, we literally cannot play on US West. So I'm like, wow, okay, well, if they can't play, like, if they're at, like, 500 ping on US West, then it really should go to US East, right? So then they're both like, okay, we'll just flip the coin, like the rules say, because I think it was like, yeah, 25, we brought up the coin flip or something. And, like, honestly, I thought that I'm not a fucking admin. I don't have any of that responsibility. I just cast the games, but although technically I am, I guess, a third party that's like impartial completely, so I don't really give a shit either way. So, but I was thinking like, hey, we had 2 East, go 1 West. So I flipped the coin random number generator. You saw it on stream if you were actually watching. I don't know why you would be watching, but if anyone from Star Gaming or Bababooey is watching, then it was on stream. I had it up there. I flipped the coin. It wasn't an actual coin. It was a random number generated between 1, well, first it was 1 and 100, and I got 59, which that doesn't mean anything really. But it was a random number generated between 1 and 2, with 1 being heads, giving it to the Radiant, 2 being tails, giving it to the Dire to decide. And, well, guess what? It turned out to be 1, so the Radiant got to decide. We're in US West. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh my god, and then things started blowing up. Like, there was lots of swearing and anger and just general unhappiness. And hey, if you don't like the tournament rules, then you probably shouldn't have signed up for the tournament. It's not a fucking surprise. It's been up there for at least 2 months. Literally 2 months. The same rules have been up there. It's like, oh, if it's this team and this server, this team and this server, then these are the rules. This is what happens. And granted, I probably should have flipped the coin first, but they were both accepted of US East. So if they both accept, I think that overrides fucking any rule. It's like, well, if you both are okay with playing on the same server, then we're going to go to this server, which you're both okay with. And I flipped the coin. I don't know what else there is to do. But there's a lot of anger right now. This is why they can hear all the tears from the US West. So Bababooey, they get their choice of server. Apparently they're all in California or something like that. And apparently Star Gaming, I don't know, they wouldn't give a straight answer as to where they were all actually from. Who knows? Who knows and who cares? Because we have another game. And hopefully it's not going to be like last game. Because last game was just like, it hurt my soul to watch. For the first 25-30 minutes was pretty good. And then Bababooey they like pretty much, wait, was it Bababooey was, God, I don't even remember anymore. It was, yes, it was Bababooey. Then Bababooey, like, they won. They just had to go kill the base of Star Gaming. But they just didn't. It just didn't happen. They just didn't attack anything. They had to deal with the Keeper Light and Alchemist Acid, but that wasn't a threat at all. So I don't know. It lasted for 15 minutes where it should have ended at 35. It was bad. It was boring. But we're in another game, and the draft is like almost done because I'm too busy talking about something and being super unprofessional. But that's okay because I wasn't expecting to cast as many games. Like, I went in thinking it'll be the standard, however many rounds, best of ones, whatever, and that's it. But here I am casting a best of 3, and I thought I was going to cast the finals also because that's what the other person said. Thank God that's not happening because I wouldn't be able to give a good performance. I would just be able to give an entertaining performance. And sometimes that's just what you have to do. But here we go. Elder Titan as well as Alchemist. Elder Titan finally getting through the pool this time. Didn't really see him at all just because he's always been banned, which is like, whatever. I think I actually got through last time. Star Gaming, gonna go with the Star. I told him to do this last time. I didn't tell him to do it. I just recommended heavily. But Elder Titan as well as the Alchemist being picked up. It's a lot of heavy stuff on the front lines. And, well, A not going to be handling the Alchemist, which is probably a good thing. Let's see how the two teams actually handle this Alchemist pickup. And okay, let's see how these two teams manage this Alchemist pickup. Stargame with the dire side advantage. Could use the Slardar to kill Roshan's pretty well. Though there's also a lot of minus armor on the other end. Elder Titan's the aura is of course like minus all your armor, and then Alchemist is even more minus armor on top of that. Stargaming banning out Bane, Weaver, Slark, Lich. Whereas the Bababooey side, Timbersaw, Bristleback, OD, as well as Lifestealer, just targeting some of the hard carries for Stargaming, and well, it kind of worked because they definitely got them to pick heroes that you wouldn't ordinarily see, at least the Slardar. I mean, Crystal Maiden Visage is still a really solid combo. You could pretty much add anyone to that when they're ganking around, and it'll work. And hey, I mean, I don't see why a Slardar would actually be pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of slows, there's a lot of crowd control. Add another stun on top of that, and you're golden, right? Slardar would probably go towards the Crystal Maiden Visage and a tri-lane in some sort. If they are just going to be a stationary tri-lane up top, then that probably won't be the best. There needs to be a lot of roaming. If they're on, a stationary tri-lane on the bottom lane with they're just like in the lane, that probably won't be the best. If Slardar is up top farming, Crystal Maiden Visage applying pressure to the other areas, that would probably be the best strategy for Stargaming to pursue in this particular game. Still need a mid lane hero, still need another core hero on top of that. Bababooey in the meantime, Alchemist, I'm actually very excited to see the huge amount of difference, because I'm sure like Shadowblade is a good item on Alchemist. It's not a core item anymore on Alchemist, just because he needs other things like health. Shadow Demon is actually going to be the pickup for the Bababooey side to go with the Elder Titan, who I like Elder Titan just because he's so versatile. You could put him literally in any lane and he'll be fine. And you could play him as support, you play him as solo mid, it doesn't really matter. So it's just a matter of just a decision up to the team. Shadow Demon though, kind of weird pick. It's fallen out of favor quite a bit. Like if you want crowd control, you get CM, you get the Venomance, you get the Visage. If you want damage, you get Alina, you get a Lion, something like that. You don't really need a support hero with that much setup, because Shadow Demon, as far as the damage goes, is on the lower end of the scale. His poison does a decent amount, but he's very reliant on his allies, and that's kind of not like Visage, like CM, like Lich, or any of those other heroes who could do a lot of damage by themselves. Shadow Demon, if he gets a lot of time, he could stack up a lot of stacks of poison and then maybe do a lot of damage by himself, but it's far from guaranteed. So I expect something very cute combination to come from the Bababooey side, something like Shadow Demon, Kunkka, Lina, Leshrac, one of those things that really requires good setup time. Otherwise, Shadow Demon is kind of a weird pick, because anything the Shadow Demon does, you could do with someone better. Hell, even if you're going to go with Kunkka or something like that, you could easily work that in with the Venomancer or whatever. So we'll see what they want to do with this. It's going to be a Luna for now, so it might just be, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be an Alchemist as well as a Shadow Demon support. Pretty aggressive roaming squad right there. If you could land the curse onto whoever is disrupted, then the Alchemist stun hurts like hell, especially if you could land the acid on top of that. Like, disrupt, acid, curse, then stun, that's a lot of damage. That's like literally half their HP with one spell.
5 seconds
especially if it's someone soft like CM or Bounty Hunter or something like that. Maybe Visage's cloak will keep him safe from that, but yeah, it probably would. I'd say it's a powerful defensive spell, especially if you're going to be resting your entire damage output on the first hit. It'll be mitigated by a whole lot, but hell, even Slardar, he's very vulnerable to that. Everyone is vulnerable to that. Like, who am I kidding? There's no one in Dota who would be like, oh, I'm completely fine. Maybe, Lifestealer will be fine. He could just rage it out, but he's not in this game, so don't have to worry about that. Bounty Hunter as a pickup for Stargaming. They're gonna be looking to be very aggressive very early on. Weakness of Slardar is that he needs a lot to get going, and if you're going to be, picking up a Slardar, you want to have some sort of acceleration. And Bounty Hunter, probably the best acceleration there is. Both teams looking towards the mid lane now. Storm Spirit instant snap up from the Stargaming side, so Slardar is going to be the primary farmer. Storm Spirit mid, Bounty Hunter on the off lane, or solo lane. And the Bababooey side, if there's a Storm Spirit on the other end, Mid lane hero pool's running thin. I think you do you go Kunkka? I think you just go Kunkka. That would be beautiful. It would be a work of art. The perfectly crafted lineup. Kill the fish people, because Kunkka hates fish people. Everyone knows that.
Seconds remaining.
But they need a mid lane hero, and the pool isn't huge.
Reserve time.
Mag would
remaining.
be. Ah, there we go. There we go. There's someone to set up with a Shadow Demon. That's exactly what you want. That's the kind of combo that I'm talking about. That's like Disruption into a Sunstrike with the Curse, with the Alchemist on top of that to follow up. That is the damage that you want. That's the reason why you pick Shadow Demon. And that's with the Invoker final pick, it all just comes together. So, whoa, why am I over there? That's kind of weird. Alright, so we're in the last game of the semifinals between Bababooey on the Radiant, SG on the Dire, finally on US
Prepare
West.
for battle.
Should be fine for at least for Bababooey, but hey, they said that they were from somewhere else. The rules would have been different. We have on the Radiant side Tank Explosion packing some pretty Hoodlum. That's pretty cool. Hoodlum Hood for Luna. Dabook is going to be playing the support Shadow Demon. Yeah, 25 is also going to be supporting as the Alchemist, so it is going to be a Shadow Demon Alchemist roaming squad. Xurion's going to be holding down the mid lane as the Invoker, and that leaves Funic, Nevi's Funic, please, on the Elder Titan going up towards top lane. SG, wow, smoking up with just 3 heroes. That's super aggressive, but if they find anyone, they can kill him. Though they're not going to find anyone. ANA is going to be hard carrying the Slardar. Alrin is on the Crystal Maiden. Handball is going to be handling the Visage. And we have Agent Flow on the bottom lane as the Bounty Hunter. Mid lane, it's going to be CNNA's Storm Spirit. So it's going to be a Bounty Hunter versus a pretty damn dangerous lane. If he gets disrupted, I'm pretty sure he just dies, especially if the Invoker is level 2. Not a whole lot of damage coming out from a level 1 Sunstrike, but it's still pretty substantial. It's enough. It's enough to do the job. Top lane, in the meantime, Elder Titan is going to be just trying to get experience. He will be zoned out really hard by the CM Visage combination. So really, I don't think either offlaner is going to have a great time. Like Agent Flow, probably a little bit of a better time, but just barely. Just because he has invisibility. Whereas Funic might be able to get a couple of creep kills with the Spirit. You know, harass everyone back as well. But yeah, it's mostly going to be how aggressive can these lanes be. And I think in that regard, it's going to kind of come down to the mid lane. In that, you know, how is the mid lane going to go? Who's going to get the edge here? And looks like Xurion's already going to exert a little bit of an advantage in this mid lane with an Exhort. And then that should even steamroll forward, since CNNA is a little bit scared right now. He should be scared as well. Like, he doesn't know if there's 2 support heroes just right here waiting to pounce on him. If there are, he could easily die. Once Xurion hits level 2, then that's going to be pain for Agent Flow. And it looks like he's also going to win this lane moving forward. CNNA with Storm Spirit will have, I mean, he doesn't even have a damage advantage. Xurion has a Null Talisman. That damage is going to mean that he is more than enough to have the right-click edge. And then once he gets one more point of an Exhort, then it's just easy right-clicks for the Invoker. Storm Spirit will have to rely on his Static Remnant as well as Overload to last hit, which is, I mean, it's usually what you see from Storm Spirits regardless, but it's not that they're always reliant on it. They just use it as an extra thing to last hit. They're not like, oh, if I don't overload this creep, I will not get it. They overload it because they can. But we're still waiting for Yeah 25 as well as Dabook to kind of move out of here. Alrin going to be jungling up as a CM, as is Handball on the kind of pseudo-jungling Visage. So really, all eyes are on the mid lane. We're going to watch a nice, clean 1v1. Elder Titan thinking about coming in, but Ward's going to spot him out from a mile away. Even if they weren't there, what is the Elder Titan going to do? I guess he's stacking creeps, stacking Ancients, which isn't a terrible idea when you have a Luna on your side. Agent Flow as well as the 25 looking for an opening on this Bounty Hunter. Not really finding it quite yet, though. Here comes the sickest gank you'll ever see. Elder Titan, level 1. You guys better watch yourselves. He's going to secure the rune, but that's about it. Oh my god, I missed first blood again. I'm just out of it. I should just stop casting today because I'm just like completely out of it. They got the disruption. Did they get the Sunstrike? They got the Sunstrike. That's just fucking amazing. That is just perfect. I've been casting for way too long today, guys. Funic's gonna come right back into the mid lane. Oh, and here we go. Is there a cold snap? No, there's another invoke. Body blocks, perhaps? CNA is gonna take quite a beating, but he should be just fine. If there was a cold snap instead of a level 2 exhort, that would have been a kill. on the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's really easy to kill pre-level 6. Like, pretty much any combination of heroes could kill the Storm Spirit, except for maybe, you know, Elder Titan level 1 roaming. That probably won't work. But yeah, my apologies for missing the first blood, guys. I know. It's not great. It's definitely less than ideal. But Agent Flo getting some experience in this top lane, whereas the Elder Titan, not as much. I don't really know what he's doing. But ANA is getting free farm, 15 for 10. Luna's getting a little bit more, 16 for 5. But you know, there's the Slardar keeping a little bit better tabs on the creep equilibrium of his lane. We do see Alrin as well as Handball grouped up together. Not going to smoke up just yet. I mean, I said Storm Spirit's a very, very easy to gank hero pre-level 6. Invoker is a really, really easy to gank hero, period. So, I mean, if you're having trouble with an Invoker, just go kill him. Just kill him, and then all your problems will be solved. Pretty much guaranteed. Zirion's going to receive some support from the Shadow Demon as well as Alchemist combination, though it looks like they might just make their way all the way up to the top. Not even going to stop for this Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit doesn't have... Oh, no, wait, no, here we go. They're going to go for a big wraparound. If they get a Disruption Curse on the Storm Spirit, he's just dead. Storm Spirit, Curse might hit the creep. I think it did hit the creep. But I don't think it really matters, because this is stun into a Sunstrike. He's so dead. Sunstrike actually going to miss on top of that. So they missed 2 of their skills. But Storm Spirit is a very easy hero to gank. And now that creep's going to take so much more damage from the Invoker. It's not even funny. But, yeah, they missed 2 of their skills, but it didn't even matter. That's how powerful this ganking combination is. And also Invoker does a lot of damage with 2 points of Exhort. Alrin finding an invisibility rune. Can't really do anything here unless Storm Spirit comes in. They might be able to kill on this Invoker. Though he does still have a Cold Snap as well as Sunstrike. There we go, Frostbite into a full level 3 on that. Zirion's going to take quite a bit of damage, does not have a Cold Snap, though he does have 9 Majesty charges. He will get a Cold Snap onto someone, though they're not being attacked by anything. Looks like the Invoker is going to walk right on out of there, because Invoker doesn't have a care in the world. Here we go, Sunstrike on the bottom lane. Curse is already up. Agent Flow, well, Sunstrike a little bit unnecessary. Just got to burn up that corpse. Give him a nice pre-cook before he actually hits the burial ground. Invoker paying attention on the bottom lane, where we see Bounty Hunter getting aggressed upon yet again. The Shadow Demon long-range initiation, just pure setup, is all that they need. And hell, it's working. So Bounty Hunter's died twice. Elder Titan, in the meantime, has not died at all. Though Elder Titan not getting that much farm. I think Bounty Hunter's a little bit more farm than him. No, he has only 2 CS, 3 deaths. Elder Titan getting everything. I don't know how Elder Titan's finding these levels, but he is. Maybe I should keep an eye on him, but watching the Invoker duel the Storm Spirit is just so much more exciting, because that's the only lane where actually heroes are interacting with each other. Like, go figure, right? And that's what I'm talking about. Like, Storm Spirit can't get the last hits unless he specifically uses Overload and the Static Remnant. Because at this point, with 2 points, almost 3 points in Exhort, Invoker's just going to have too much base damage. He doesn't even need Exhort to, well, he does. Never mind. I changed my mind. He definitely does need Exhort to handily beat him out in the base damage war. Agent Flow back to the bottom lane. Might be receiving some support from the Crystal Maiden. Well, it's nothing too substantial. They can't kill the Luna for sure. I mean, she has a level 3 beam with an Eclipse, almost a level 4 beam. There we go, level 4 beam. So Agent Flow, if he gets a little bit too close, or Tank Explosion can just chase him down, because that's what Tank Explosion does. Luna does as she wishes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sonic gonna get amplified. Zip in from the Storm Spirit. Where's the pullback? There it is. This is gonna be Funnick's death right here. Huge damage from the physical right click of Crush. Stun gonna fly through. Storm Spirit. Oh, Sunstrike onto ANA. It will not kill him off. Only level 2 on that, I believe. Handball, though, will in fact go down. Curse now onto the Storm Spirit. Is actually gonna be friendly disruption onto the Alchemist. Well played by Daba. Save his ally from not certain death, but a little bit extra damage.
Radiant's top tower is under
They don't get the
attack.
Slaughter. They do get the Visage, though. So it's a 1-for-1, and all in all, I would say it's fairly even. Invoker now in a little bit of trouble, though. There is a pullback on the Storm Spirit, as well as a lot of overload. Zirion might be in a little bit of trouble with Frostbite as well. It does have Majesty charges. Going to land the Cold Snap onto C, M, and A. It's not going to be enough, though. The Static Remnant is going to do him in. Invoker playing a little bit too far up. Didn't expect the Storm Spirit to be at full health and full HP. Like, he left the lane pretty wounded. The top lane pretty wounded. So then, a couple of easy rotations, and SG right back into this game with a 2-4 disadvantage, but still on the board nonetheless. They do still have to worry about this Luna, though. SG, they do have a Slardar free farming, but again, Slardar just needs more than Luna does. Because Luna right now, she could kill anyone right now. Slardar, not as much. Now Tang Explosion is going to hold on to this lane really strong. Ancients have not been stacked, actually. That's not what Orange has been doing this entire game. But now she does have the option of doing that. So I expect to see Ancients stacking. And, well, SG don't really have the best team to jack Ancients. So even if they do catch Luna, you know, with a big stack, it'll take them a very long time. Unless they're very, very far ahead, which could be the case. You know, 10, 15 minutes, you never know. Tang Explosion just going to farm up regularly, as is Slardar, though. 1,500 gold on Slardar. Looks like he wants to go for a Blink Dagger. I'm not too sure how much I like this, actually. They have the Storm Spirit, and really Storm Spirit is all you need when you're going to be doing stuff like that. I feel like Blink Dagger is a little bit unnecessary, though it is very effective. A very effective item on Slardar. Like, don't get me wrong, it's the best. CNNA now going to get stunned up. Sunstrike as well going to follow through. It's a lot of damage, though the curse is not going to go on CNNA. No more follow-up here. He's going to pop the Region Rune, just be just fine. Alrin, though, not as lucky. The Bears, not going to do it. CNNA going to dodge the Eclipse. Great Eclipse from the Luna, hitting absolutely nothing. But sometimes you just got to go for it. He probably should have checked the Storm's mana, saw that he had some, and then just decided not to. But hell, that's fine. Just got to pressure them back sometimes. Regardless, they do drop the Crystal Maiden in exchange for the Shadow Demon. Fairly even trade there. Who got the kills? Luna got the kills. Storm Spirit got the kills. So Luna definitely getting the upper hand on that, despite the fact that they use the... oh, wait, what's happening in mid lane? Exurion. Not going to receive any support from Dabo, because once again, going to be forced to disrupt himself. It won't help him, though. Poison? One curse, maybe? Alrin might get... Oh, it's getting... No, I thought... Okay, I thought that he was a lot lower for some reason. No, stick charges, yeah. Like, are my eyes playing tricks on me? I really have to stop, like, right now. I'm casting for, like, 6 hours? Jeebus. I'm beat. Funnick's still doing spirit stuff. He's gonna be accelerating all the way up until level 8, and then even more so with his other skills, but Elder Titan hasn't really been a huge hero right now, just because he hasn't been in the right place at the right time. Exurion got a couple of assists, but Sunstrike is only level 3. He's actually going very, very light in the Exhort, and I don't really know how much I like this early point in Wex. Yes, it will give him access to Ghost Walk, but that's pretty much it. And Ghost Walk is countered by Sentries and Dust and all that good stuff. Is it really worth adding that additional point into Wex when you could be getting a stronger Exhort? I don't really think so. He also is going for an extremely delayed Hand of Midas. Like, he went for the boots, he went for the Magic Stick. Usually these are items that you don't really see when you're going for a straight-up Midas Rush, because the sooner you get it, the more effective it'll be. So Exurion going to delay his Midas a little bit, and also 2 deaths not exactly helping out either. He will get his Midas up, though. I don't imagine he's going for anything else with his Gloves of Haste. He could be going for Power Treads, but that'll just definitely be after Hand of Midas, right? There's no way it's not Hand of Midas. Tower dropping slowly but steadily. Agent Flow, does he have track? He does have track. Dabok, though, going to get disruption onto someone. I didn't catch who it was. It was CNNA. Stun, though, is going to land on his handball, and the aura now is when it does work. So much damage onto the Visage. Exurion, rather, is going to be picking up that kill. Agent Flow taking a good amount of damage from that as well. Bringing in 4 heroes for that 1 kill, though. Not too sure that was entirely worth it. They did get the kill regardless, and, well, Dabok's got to be a little bit careful. He really can't afford to be doing this right now. Storm Spirit's going to jump in, as is the Slardar. Shadow Demon with aggressive de-warding, and, well, he got the Sentry. It's going to keep his Sentry alive, but really to no end, so not much of a point in that, I guess. Tower's going to drop regardless. Visage gets the tower destruction. Going to put SG on the board as far as towers are concerned. Going to give them a gold advantage, experience advantage as well. However, Tang Explosion is still just farming, as is the Slardar, though. Maybe I'm not giving Slardar enough credit, but I feel like Eclipse is a lot more dangerous than Amplified Damage, at least for now. Big smoke up now. 3 heroes only, so I guess that's not a big smoke up. If they catch anyone, disruption into a whole bunch of unhappy things. They're not going to find anyone, though, because the smoke is coming from the other direction. Forge Spirit's going to let them know that they're on the right trails, SG.
Dire's
With
top
CNA
tower
leading,
is under
they'll
attack.
eventually catch this Invoker. I think they're a little bit faster. Xerion, oh, both smokes going to be dispelled. Everyone turn around. Everyone turn around. No, they're actually going to go straight for ANA. This Invoker just might be sacked. He's going to throw a Sunstrike. It will land. However, he's going to pay for it with Select. There's the disruption. He can invoke a quick Ghost Walk. There's a Sentry, though. Or there was a Sentry last time I checked. Xerion still on his way out. Here comes Bunnick with big damage. Bounty Hunter is going to pick off the Shadow Demon. Will get a track kill, I'm assuming. ANA is still alive, as is everyone else from SG. And CNA, though, gonna chase down the Invoker finally. He will go down, though. Give up an unstoppable streak to the likes of Tank Explosion, yeah, as well as Funnick. So, not the best trade for the Bababooey side. They could have definitely gotten a little bit better. They were really focused on killing the Slaughter, though, and they didn't get him. Did they force a buyback? No, they just didn't get him. How did they not get him? Did they all just drop everything and then help the Invoker? That must have been what happened, right? I don't know. Well, they're going to take down a tower anyway, so they get the Storm Spirits, which is a huge kill streak, which is a valuable kill, and they get the tower, so they're not going to be too upset at the loss of their Invoker. And Invoker already does have his Hand of Midas. He's going to be scaling pretty rapidly from here on out, though they still have to worry about a very stacked level 11 Slardar versus level only 10 Luna. And she's pretty tanky, and last fight, I don't think she burned her. No, I mean, she definitely didn't burn her Eclipse, but having an Eclipse on top of that, that would have been 1 extra kill, 2 extra kills at least. But 8-8, we're all tied up right now. The roaming squads from the Radiant really doing a lot of action, whereas the Dire not so much. They got a couple kills on the Invoker with some aggressive roaming. But Alchemist now, with the Medallion, a lot of minus armor. You have the complete base armor reduction, like all of it. Then, of course, you have the Acid, which is level 2 for now. Then you have Forge Spirits, which will, get more armor, which will burn more armor over time. And then you have the Medallion. And then I'm assuming eventually, well, maybe no AC on, maybe AC on Elder Titan, I don't know. But there's always potential for more minus armor, or less armor. However you want to say that in the English language.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're going to make a go for now the mid lane tower. Alrin as well as Handball in the area to defend. Agent Flow going to start throwing out some tracks. Tank Explosion without the BKB. Might be pushing his luck a little bit too far, though. He does have a level 2 Eclipse. Spirit going to fly out and will push everyone back. Get some pretty good intel for the Bababooey side, especially when he hits Alrin, when he hits Agent Flow. Tank Explosion going to eat a nuke straight to the face, but the tower is dropping slowly but surely. Level 2 Glaives, level 3 Aura. It's a lot of right click. It's coming out of this Luna. And the tower will go down. Very simple straight push from Tank Explosion. They might lose a tower on the top end. Looks like Storm Spirit might not be able to push fast enough, especially with teleportation coming in, especially with so many teleportations coming in. This tower will be saved, and they can even bounce back from this little push of the Storm Spirit. Get a push of their own. Luna in a little bit of vulnerable position, but she has an Eclipse, so she's never really truly vulnerable. Yeah, looks like they're all just going to go for the top lane. Not the strongest push comp, but hey, if you have the advantage, then you might as well push it. Tank Explosion with the level 3 Aura, level 2 Beam, as level 2 Bounce, as I said before. It's doing a lot of extra damage to the creep wave. And even if they fight right now, they'll have the advantage of the Elder Titan with Eclipse. And that is not to be underestimated. That will wreck people. As long as they don't get hit by a 2-3 man Slardar stun, then they should be just fine. So clumping is going to be Bababooey's worst enemy right now. Like this, that was dangerous right there, but they should be fine. Agent Flow going to eat a beam straight to the face. They don't have any sentries, however. If they clump up, they could get stunned by Slardar, and then everything could be bad. If they don't clump up, then they have all their individual single target spells. You have the Invoker, who also has the Deafening Blast available, which will do some pretty good damage. Level 9 Invoker is pretty decent. As well, I mean, when you have Natural Order on top of everything, then it's just gravy. But it's going to mostly be onto ANA. Can he get his crush going?
Dire's top tower is under
We'll see. He's going for it, possibly. Going to lay down some amplified damages. Going to lay down some tracks. Make sure that they have adequate vision. But wow, Alrin going to get demolished by that Spirit. Is there a Sunstrike? That won't do enough damage, will it? How much does this do? 287 pure. So it'll almost kill off the Crystal Maiden. It'll definitely make her scared. There is a vision advantage. There's a huge crush from ANA and initiation from the Storm Spirit. Dalbuk gonna get burst down immediately. No spells cast from him. Tank Explosion though, dropping the Eclipse. That's gonna bring the Storm Spirit down, who's instantly gonna buy back, as will the Visage. That was quite the fast fight. Well, Shadow Demon didn't last very long, but that's exactly what I was talking about. If you clump, you die. And 4 heroes stunned, that's pretty much as good as you could get. Unfortunately, the follow-up just simply wasn't there. Storm Spirit tried to do
Dire's
it,
top tower
but
is
it
under
wasn't
attack.
really adequate, or wasn't fantastic. Now another crush, going to go on to Tank Explosion. He doesn't have anything left. He has a BKB, but that will not be able to pop. Agent Flow, gonna get right-click down before he can track up. And Alvin, I don't know what you're doing there. You're gonna die as well. Exterion still has a Sunstrike, will line it up with the Disruption, will do a lot of damage to the NNA. Try to ball lightning, it will be too slow. Exterion gets a triple kill. There's 4 down for the SG side. Stuck around for just a little bit too long. They did get the Luna, but after that they should have just backed up. I don't really know what everyone was doing in this bottom end. This Observer Ward, friggin' MVP, this guy, giving the Bababooey side so much intel. And, well, there's no Observer Ward on the SG side doing the exact same thing. So, when you're playing blind, you're probably going to lose. That's going to be the Radiant team losing the Luna, which kind of sucks, but, you know, it's anything for a 4-man wipe, right? Luna will gladly give her life for that, and they're going to keep pushing the top lane a little bit, might be pushing their luck. I think it might be time for everyone to just fall back, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Top tower is under attack.
They get the tier 1 tower, as well as a really, really favorable exchange on top of that. Now Invoker has it the magic 4 Quas 4 Exhort mark, so there are going to be 2 Forge Spirits, and we already saw how much damage these Forge Spirits are doing to the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden does have actually a Vit booster. I don't know how the hell she managed to afford that, but it's definitely there. Those spirits are going to be doing so much melting of that armor. Or just scouting. I mean, that works too. Mid lane, acting a little bit tasty. They might want to just jump on them right here. They're thinking about it. They need their Shadow Demon, though, and Shadow Demon is a little bit far away. Shadow Demon's also going full on to the Soul Catcher. It's all about amplifying that pure damage Sunstrike. And, well, I think we've seen it a couple times this game. That shit hurts, man. You don't want to get hit by that. That is not fun at all. Agent Flow, meanwhile, trying to be a super sneaky assassin. Meantime, bottom lane, CNNA gonna push out that lane. Agent Flow is looking to intercept someone. Smoke will be dispelled, and is there a sentry? There is a sentry. Can they get a disruption? There's a 2-man familiar stomp that will protect the... Oh, wait, Alrin.
Radiant's bottom tower
okay, Alrin.
has fallen.
You are in a little bit of a dangerous position, and I think you were just spotted. You're like, wait, was there a... No, they didn't see him. I mean, it looks like there's a true straight line there, but it looks like the CM is going to slip away alive. So Alrin, playing with fire. When you're a CM, you don't want to be playing with fire. You never really want to be playing with fire. That's never a good idea. But everyone slips away somehow. That was like friggin' slasher movie status tension right there with the Crystal Maiden. She had full vision of them. There were tracks. She knew where they were. And she was just like, if I don't move and hide in this closet, they'll never know I'm here. And what do you know? It worked. Might be the first time ever in the history of anything that it worked. Yule Scepter being finished up by Exterion. So Invoker now, with the Hand of Midas ramp, does have the beautiful Sunstrike Deafening Blast Meteor combo available to him. Let's see how well he does with it. I mean, it's a pretty difficult combination to land. You have to be quick with your fingers. You have to have your timings right at the same time. It's hard. Takes a little bit of practice, of course, but hell, if you get it on the Visage Crystal Maiden, they're instantly dead. Get on the Bounty Hunter, he's instantly dead as well. Get on the Slardar, he's going to be just fine. Get on the Storm Spirit, he'll burst him down, you'll force him to leave. You won't kill him, probably, because he'll just ball lightning, unless... Well, you might kill him. Here we go. Bounty Hunter, Deafening Blast, Meteor, and Meteor missed. Sunstrike missed. You gotta just drop the... Yeah, I mean, shit happens. Bounty Hunter went the right way. Instead of just running straight back like this, he went perpendicular to the Meteor Blast combination, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. But 14-10, Radiant's still holding lead in this game. SG trying to pick away at this top lane tower. Tank Explosion with the Yasha now completed, has a BKB as well. If of course the Luna could pop the BKB, that would be incredibly helpful, which we didn't see last fight, but you know, that's fine. Tank Explosion, we'll just have that 10-second charge for later. ANA has a BKB as well, holding on to a 10-second charge of his own. Slardar's getting pretty big, needs a little bit more stuff, I think. Oh, he's gonna go straight for Funnick. Never mind, no Crush, no mana for Crush. Amplified damage and Blink Dagger. It's costs a lot of mana. I think that would have been a free kill on Funnick. Yeah, with minus 10 armor. Oh, he does have a mech, 15 stick charges. It would have been close at least. CNNA and Handball possibly thinking about going back in on this, but that's not going to happen. Sunstrike scouting out the Roshan, not being attempted. Though with a Slaughter, they could very easily go for it. Looks like he is going to go for an Assault Caress as well, so even more minus armor. Slardar is a fantastic hero for killing off Roshans. Oh, Agent Flow, Cyclone, not going to happen. There's a Sentry Ward being dropped, and looks like Radiant, they just want to go. Just A move in, and A gonna jump tank explosion, gonna go to work. There's no BKB. He's gonna get stun locked up. There's the disruption. There's the Deafening Blast Meteor as well, doing absolutely freaking nothing. Tank explosion gonna drop his ultimate again, doing absolutely freaking nothing. Shadow Demon gonna get dropped in the back end, yet it will be a 1-for-1 trade. Bounty Hunter will go down in the end ultimately. So BKBs get popped, spells get thrown, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. I don't know how that happened. Earth Splitter got thrown. All the ultimates got used, like, on everyone. But this is going to favor the Dire. They have lower cooldowns on their ultimates. They're not as reliant. I mean, the Earth Splitter got used, stuff like that. Eclipse got used, but, I mean, Slaughter doesn't have Eclipse. He could just go back in and do the exact same thing again. So, all in all, I think, I mean, that was definitely a favorable fight for the Radiant. It will be favorable for the Dire if they pursue this. If they want to take action right now, then they'll take the fight. And Roshan is probably the best way to start. So they have the Familiars for damage. They have amplified damage in 10 seconds now. And the Radiant will struggle to get answers for this. They do have a Sunstrike on the Invoker, which can be used to scout this out, as well as deal a lot of damage to the Dire. There's the amplified damage, finally. And is there a reaction? Do the Radiant know about it? Well, it looks like they don't, because there is no movement towards that area at all. Roshan is going to die. Free Aegis for the Dire. The best kind of Aegis is free Aegis. Sunstrike on their way out. Slaughter now with the Aegis, doing a pretty good job at stopping this Luna. Tank Explosion, I mean, she's getting burst down really, really badly before she get her BKB off. So, and the Eclipse comes out, yes, but really you kind of want to do a little bit of damage at this point with your glaives as well, because 200 damage a pop is not bad. I mean, they have 0 armor, so it's pretty much just what you see is what you get. As far as right-click damage is concerned, it's a lot of damage from Tank Explosion, but when he is bursted down to like 200 HP, kind of difficult to stay and fight. It takes balls of steel to stay and fight, but it's probably an unnecessarily risky thing to do. It's just, I pop the BKB, get my Eclipse off, and run. But that's just the advantage that the SG side get with a Blinking Slardar. You don't choreograph it as much as you do with a Storm Spirit. Like, you would hear it coming from a mile away. You could see the giant blue thing. You have a lot of time to pop your Blink Dagger. Slardar, when he gets in, instantly stunned.
Dire's bottom tower
Maybe not instantly. So Tank Explosion always has a little bit of time, but his reflexes have to be perfectly on point. And unfortunately, it seems like that this hasn't been the case. Big items now coming up from both sides. We do see a Storm Spirit picking up a Hex, which means that he can pretty much lock down Tank Explosion all by himself for a very long... Oh no, CNNA, you don't want to be doing that. Oh, Deafening Blast. Oh god, the damage. Surprise, there's a Sentry Ward there. Okay, yeah, invisibility. Not too useful when you have a Bounty Hunter on your team. Or not as useful, let's say. With the free Storm Spirit kill, well, it doesn't matter how many items he has, he's dead. He's real dead. And this tier 2 tower is going to be dead as well. They can even move up to the top lane right after this. They have freaking Alacrity on the Luna. That's a lot of damage that this Luna is dishing out. Looks like they are going to go straight out towards the top lane. Aegis be damned. They're not scared of no Aegis. The Radiant are a big, strong, independent team that don't need no answers to Aegis. I'm going to stop that now. Mantis style up on the Luna, as well as, crucially, I think, a Heaven's Halberd on the Alchemist. The right-click damage from SG isn't that intense. Like, from items, it's mostly just about this amplified damage, about focus. But if you could get rid of the Slaughter's attacks, he's sad. He has a Crush, he has a Blink Amplified Crush, which is decent, but it's definitely nothing to write home about. Here we go, ANA gonna blink straight in. Tank Explosion once again getting hit with a stun, though instantly into the disruption. ANA gonna dive right on in with the sprint. Tank Explosion gonna drop the Eclipse, and it's gonna melt Handball. It's gonna melt Alrin. They're both going to die really quickly. Another stun onto 3 heroes. Here comes Storm Spirit, a little bit late to the party, though. Agent Flow still on the back end, going to try to kill off Funnick. There's the resurrection onto the Slaughter. Agent Flow still trying to make his way out as well. Tank Explosion is tracked up. Agent Flow is not going to be as lucky. He's getting dropped, and Storm Spirit can look to finish up this Elder Titan. He will get the kill. Burn the rest of his mana, though, needs a little bit more mana. He doesn't even have any mana. He's dead. He's so dead. Tank Explosion still standing strong in this fight with the BKB still. Exerion is in the back end, looking for a snipe off onto the Slaughter. Will not happen. They will take the tier 2 tower on top of a 4-for-1 trade. Elder Titan giving his life once again. Didn't even get the Earth Splitter off. Now we have a pause once again. Exerion, you don't need a mouse. Use your trackpad if you have a laptop. But yeah, another 4-man wipe in favor of the Radiant. Luna surviving that entire ordeal, as did Slardar to his credit, but using the Aegis. That disruption from Dabuk, that's really like what is winning the Radiant team the game right now. Because if you don't disrupt the Luna, then Luna just dies, and then there's no Eclipse, and then Visage lives, then CM lives. The Bounty Hunter, I'm pretty sure, took a beam or two. It gets really, really messy once the Luna dies. But if you keep the Luna alive, hell, that's glaive damage, that's beam damage, that's a lot of pain, especially with the Manta style. So Dabuk playing a pretty mean Shadow Demon right now. 369, you wouldn't really expect it, but he's saved his ally's life and turned fights several times over. I guess several times. Not if you turn them several times over, you don't really make much of a gain, do you? So we're just waiting for Exerion to get back into this game. Taking a quick look at the gold experience chart, not surprisingly, in favor of the Radiant for now. They're taking their towers with not really the greatest pushing lineup, but they're playing like they have a pushing lineup. And this is what I like to see. Playing aggression, knowing when the strength of your lineup is. I mean, they have an Alchemist that's completely stacked. His nukes still do a lot of damage, especially when amplified by the Elder Titan. They have a Luna who's stacked, at least like a lot more stacked than the SG side, and they have the Invoker who's, although he will continue to scale up, he's still incredibly powerful at the moment. So they know when to go, and they're going. They're fighting. They're picking fights. This is exactly what their lineup should be doing right now, and credit to them. They're performing correctly. There's nothing worse than seeing a team pick a draft and, like, if I could see it's like, okay, they're going to make a big timing push at around 20 minutes, and then try to take a couple towers and then ride that to victory. If they don't do that, it's so painful to watch, because, like, I know what you guys are supposed to be doing. You guys know what you're supposed to be doing. Why isn't anyone doing it? It's just bad. But Exerion should be returning shortly enough, I hope. If it gets to the point where he doesn't return because of some connection issues, then SG, they're going to be like, they're going to jump all over that. It's going to be a hassle, and oh, thank God he's back. If he like actually disconnected, if he couldn't reconnect for some reason, oh God, it would have been so messy. I wouldn't not want to deal with that. Here we go. We're going back to this game where this tower is right now quivering in its boots. Wow, kind of getting mixed messages. There we go. No, go well. There we go. Just go. Hit that button. The tower is going to drop to like 2 hits of Tank Explosion.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There we go. 3.
Dire's top tower has
One more tier 2 tower is on the bottom lane, waiting for the Radiant team to destroy it. 2,500 gold on this Luna. I think it should be a butterfly. Yeah, we'll give her a lot of extra armor versus the Slardar, which is, it's not the best. Could be a Satanic as well, but actually Satanic won't be too bad considering how much she's getting bursted down. But as long as Dabuk continues to be on point with those disruptions, Satanic isn't really necessary for Tank Explosion. You just want to be doing as much damage as possible. So either one of those big items will be a really big pickup for this Luna. Slaughter, on the other hand, still going to head straight towards his Assault Cuirass, getting even more of an armor swing. There's a Rod of Atos on the way for Alrin. I mean, sure, whatever works. Storm Spirit, unfortunately, not really being able to use the Sheep Stick at the greatest timing. He ideally would want to zip in Sheep Luna and then like kill a Shadow Demon so that he can't disrupt him. But that's a very, very tall order. Like so tall it's almost impossible. So not really sure how realistic that is. But Tank Explosion still getting her farm right now. Sheepstick is up on the Storm Spirit. Right now, what SG should be looking to do is just get kills, because their Visage is still very, very strong. If they find someone alone, they can easily burst them down, as long as it's, well, not the Luna. Pretty much anyone else is dead meat, though. especially when they have the L. You know, even the Luna when they have the Hex. Like, they have a Hex, so killing a Luna should be pretty much a walk in the park as long as they chain stun correctly. And they just need more track gold right now. Agent Flow, 262, not the biggest contribution with that track gold as of yet. I mean, they only have 12 kills. How many of those could actually be track kills, right? But bottom lane, it is going to be the next goal. And, well, SG couldn't defend any of their other towers. Let's see if they'll be able to defend this one. Dabuk has got to stay right on Tanksplosion's ass. Keep this Luna safe, and Dual Scepter attempts by the Invoker. Not going to happen. Tower going to get worked down very, very easily. No resistance. What? And now we're at the difficult stage of the game, when the Radiant are in a commanding lead, but they don't really have the means of pushing high ground. Although SG's counter push isn't that strong. They could just go for it. Their initiation is kind of weak, though. So they're going to smoke up. Oh, here we go. Here's your access route in. Kill Agent Flow. That sounds like a great freaking plan. And there's the Yule Cyclone onto, who is this? It's Alrin. Oh my god. Was that really necessary? Agent Flow caught as well. 2 for the price of 1. Unstoppable killing spree. And that's your way into the high ground. Sometimes you just gotta kill some fools that overextend just a little bit too much. Alacrity on Tanksplosion does it the Manta style as well. Once the tower drops, these racks are gonna just evaporate. Bounty Hunter as well as CM down for another 20 seconds. Bounty Hunter doesn't do the most, but that Vlad's aura as well as the drum charge might just end up helping, especially with the track on top of that. These glaives, look at the glaives go. Oh my lord, the glaives. And now we have the beautiful thing. Oh, and he actually got his blink canceled, and Orange knows it. He's paying that out wildly. And gonna pop his BKB, but so is Tanksplosion. Auron gonna get dropped before his ultimate does any damage to anyone. And now it's just ANA, him versus the world. 1 familiar in the area, but that's pretty much it. Yule Cyclone, Deafening Blast, Meteor, Handball. Oh my god, the damage. That'll do it, guys. That'll definitely do it. Source Spirit gonna get a pull onto at 25, and they will get out of there before stun. No, the stun will actually land. Can they kill him off? It looks like it'll be really close. Tanksplosion will add another bit of stun to that chain. That'll be even deeper ownage kills. Oh my god! If you don't like the rules, don't sign up for the tournament. Holy shit. Guys, we need a surgeon here to remove a stick out of someone's body. Alright guys, so SG call it, and well, Exerian's team, I think it was, can I call it Exerian's team? Bababooey gonna move me on to the finals, where I'm not going to be casting it because I am completely burned out right now. So head on over to Nistagord's channel. I'll put a link to that in the Twitch chat right now, and then watch that. It's kind of a shame that I keep on bailing at the finals, but it's whatever. I've been casting for long enough today. I can't do any more. Like, I honestly can't. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, follow the Twitch stream, all that good stuff. Make sure to buy the tickets, stuff like that. And don't be mad. It's only game. Why you have to be mad?